What's up? What's up? So I wanted to talk about something. I had a conversation with one of my really good friends, and we were kind of just talking about like when is too long, too long. Like when, and this could be for anything and everybody. Like when have you been fighting for your peace with someone? If it's a romantic relationship, if it's with a job, if it's with family, like if you steady fighting for them to understand who you are, you know, what you got going on, or whatever the case may be. Y'all, my Ring doorbell done went. I know it didn't go off on no lightning bug. That's crazy. So like when is too long, too long? Too long. And again, it could be for relationship, it could be friendship. Like, when are you gonna stop giving people chances? And I know, like, it's not our job to say, like, oh, like, your time is up. But at some point, your peace, your sanity, like, has to come first, okay? And this is for spouses, friends, careers. I mean, the list goes on. It could be your car. If you didn't have that car for 15 years, and you know it got 200,000 miles on it, and you've been putting money in it, working in it, you got your, you know, all this. You gotta climb in through the trunk to get to the front seat. You gotta turn on air. Hey girl, hey mamas. Just when is too long, too long? Like, you know, for an example, one of the main things that I hear a lot is, you know, I'm just waiting for him to, you know, propose. When do you stop waiting? Or do you keep waiting? Do you wait for 15, 16 years? For an example. Or for a job. I've known people that wait 5 to 7 years for a promotion they were promised in year 2. Hey. Since you're already watching my video, go down and subscribe. Click that bell so you can be notified. Okay, when is too long, too long? Y'all. And that's just kind of where I'm at. Right, exactly. Hey, TJ, y'all see him. Come to him, my live, y'all. A little Momchronicles2.0. We moved to Champaign, Illinois, y'all know that. And so, since we moved here, we had to get a new barber, new hair, you know, all that stuff. And so, he's not a fan of getting his hair cut. But, the lady that cuts his hair, I don't know what she did to the clippers, but he been walking around here like saying, like, I'm a whole snack, y'all. I'm in my feelings. He is 14. He in high school. Tell myself, like he feel good. He look good. It's a whole vibe, y'all. The lady that lined up his little mustache, y'all. I'm sick. Sick about it. Okay? Sick about it. Anywho, when is too long, too long? At what point do you get your sanity back? You get your peace back? At what point do you do that? When it's too long, too long. And only you can tell you when it's too long. Exactly, Shar. He think he's somebody special. Like, I mean, he is somebody special. But the whole mustache lineup, like, threw me all the way off. Like, I was just like, your mustache, though? I'm gonna have to get... Whew. I had to walk at least 3 to 4 miles a day just to make sure I'm keeping up, okay? Because I gotta be on my P's and Q's, because very nice looking young man. But the mustache made me feel some type of way. Too long. I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. It depends on who you waiting for, what you waiting for, and why you would wait for. So why would you wait? You know, I have a friend that waited a few years for a promotion that was promised in like year 2. You know, 1.5, 2. So, but she waited probably like at least 5 years for that promotion. I don't know if I could have done that. You know, we always say, I couldn't do that, but you never know because you're not in that predicament. When is too long? Too long. When is too long? Too long. Tell me, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Everybody. I mean, it could be any shot. It could be, I mean, if you wait or maybe he's waiting. He's waiting for her to give him the okay to, maybe to propose, or maybe, she's focused on her career and that's the reason why she wouldn't accept his marriage proposal. Or maybe it's her career that's stopping her from wanting to have children. Maybe they already married. So when is too long, too long? When is the wait too long? How can you tell? Because sometimes the wait can be 6 months. Sometimes the wait can be... Y'all, this fly is driving me crazy. Yes, I got a fly swatter. I'm ready. It's driving me nuts. Could it be 6 months? Could it be 6 years? All that. And then, do you give an ultimatum? Right? So, I know somebody that gave, ultimatum. She was like, look, we've been dating. It's been this many years. And, we can continue to date. But you're going to have to, we can't live together. We can't do these together unless we're looking to get married. Do you give those ultimatums? Or you say to your job, listen, if I don't get X, Y, and Z, I'm out of here. When y'all missing opportunities in the meantime, there are ways to think I wait for it. Exactly. So that's when but sometimes in that, people don't even realize that they miss opportunities because they hold on to maybe. That's when people begin to have faith. Like, they said I'm a believe. But all in the while, this other company, flying over their head. Or, other signs in your relationship. Other signs in your friendship. Now, why TJ texting me how much I'm on what he's supposed to get? Momchronicles2.0. I'm just saying. He could have just asked me that down here. Let me see. All right. Sorry about that. Anywho, when is too long, too long? And if it gets to too long, or right before it's getting to too long, can you give an ultimatum? I've heard somebody say, well, ultimatum means if the person agrees to the ultimatum, that person isn't genuine. Sometimes people feel like, well, if I wasn't given that ultimatum, then I would have never done it from the beginning. Is that true? Or is it ultimatum mean it's not genuine, so why give an ultimatum? Ooh, Gabrielle, that's so true. Waiting and being strung along are two. You are so right. But it's a very thin line between the two. It's a very thin line between waiting and being strung along. And they can definitely, they like here, but they can definitely go like this. It can definitely, signs of waiting could definitely intercede to being strung along. Let me see. Shar says, so it's hard. Oh, that's hard to answer. Every relationship is so different. I've been in a relationship for 12 years, and we both just don't have the desire to be married. Okay, so Shar, for an example, like if y'all don't have the desire to, that's a common agreement that y'all have. Y'all cool. You cool with that? Boo cool with that. But I've seen it where, it is more prevalent in women than men, where women are waiting for men to like step into the plate. When are you going to? I do not have coronavirus. I had a little tickle in my throat, okay? Calm down. Pump your brakes. Now, yes, man, I'm being there. Let's go. I want to be the flower girl at the wedding. All right. If you two don't desire to be married, then that's fine. But if, like I said, it's more prevalent in women, if the woman decides to be married, but the man just ain't ready, I always hear from the man, I got to get my finances together. I got to get my credit together. I got to get these things together. Then, the woman is, waiting. He a good dude. He take care of the kids. He, work. He treat me right. He ain't out there cheating. But I want to be his wife. So, okay, for an example, man, 10 years is a long time now, but you got your whole life. You still young. You can definitely, let's do it. 10 years, and I'm still going to be the flower girl in 10 years, period. So, for an example, fam, been with her dude for 13 years. She obviously, that's the desire of her heart. She wants to be married. They probably have so much already together. Probably, got a place. They may have children, set up things together. And she wants that. That's the desire of her heart. And and we're just using relationship for an example because this could be for career. I know for example. Sorry, y'all. It's the fly. It is the fly. It's the fly. My husband was bringing the lawnmower in. I had the door open. And, okay, it's the fly. Y'all stop laughing at me. I know I'm trying to, I don't do bugs. Like, woo, that's why I got my fly swatter. So Gabriella says, see, that's the difference. We waited 9 years from proposal to marriage. We wouldn't have made it married these 5 years of marriage if we wouldn't have waited. And so, now was that you obviously know that, like, okay, this is what is best for us. And, Hubs is like, y'all agreeing on that. Y'all cool with that. We talking about 13, but the girl is actually, she's hinting at wanting to be married, I know, for an example, I'm going to use myself when it comes to career. Y'all know I do social media. I manage social media accounts, specifically my daughter's, my own. I do YouTube, product reviews, the list goes on. I have been hinting at for over a year and a half, almost the entire time my daughters have been on social media, that I wanted to stop working in corporate America. But I was, being promised this and that and this and that. And I was getting, I'll be promised this, but I'm only getting this. And then I'll be promised this, but I'm only getting this. And I would get just enough of my taste buds to make it like, okay, well, I can stay a little bit longer to the point where I just quit. Right? And I kept I'm waiting, but I'm also being strung along. Right? That's right. My granny, rest in peace, my granny Zenobia Imagine Marable, she used to always say, either they're going to poop or get off the pot. Period. I agree. I definitely agree. I had to explain that to my kid. Like, what does, my daughter's like, what does poop or get off the pot? Either you're going to do it or you're not. There's no in between. And so that's why I said that line of waiting and being strong along is so close together, such a thin line that you can definitely intercede. Y'all, can y'all tell TJ? TJ is steady texting me. He be wanting me to go live in the kitchen so he can jump around and tell jokes for y'all. I struggle with knowing the difference between waiting and strung along. But when I'm talking to somebody else, or having a conversation with somebody else, oh, girl, you being strung along. Girl, keep waiting. You know what I mean? I only have like one male friend, which is my best friend that lives in California. But for the most part, I have female friends, and it's like, girl, you getting strung along. Or girl, keep waiting, keep pushing, keep working hard, keep sacrificing. But you got to break it down. So waiting is like the pro, strung along is like the con. Now, I just thought about that. So let's say I like to write pros and cons out. So if you write pros and cons out, and you put strung along and waiting, what would the list look like? Can y'all tell me what the list look like? In relationship, career, in, relationship as in romantic relationship, as in friendship, as in somebody you steady giving chances to. You steady waiting for them to do right by you. It could be family. At what point do you say, you know what? I love you, but I'm not going to be invested in what you got going on. I'm gonna pray for you or whatever you do, but I'm gonna let you live your life. You can't suck nothing else out of me. My energy, my time, my money. I'm gonna let you be good, cuz, sister, mama, because the reality of being strung along is it's a toxic element there, right? So, let me see. Rich says, if it's a desire of mine, I'm sorry I'm not waiting that long. I'm not going to settle, but I'm not waiting long. So, Rachel, you bring out an amazing point. It's got to be some boundaries. It's got to be some boundaries. It's got to be. It's got to be some boundaries. So, and it's okay to have boundaries. It's definitely okay. Everything should have boundaries. Every single thing, from motherhood or parenthood or fatherhood, whatever you want to say, from romantic relationships, from friendships, from relationship with your family, from relationship to your career, like everything should have boundaries. And so that allows you to know if you settling, if you being strung along, or you gonna keep fighting and keep pushing to make your dreams or your, relationships or whatever happen. Period. And Shar says, career-wise, you can be stuck in the same position for 10 years. Oh, yes, I know, girl, yes. It's hard to make that move even when you desire better. Man, Shar, it was so hard for me to do that when I worked for for the corporation I worked for. If you do not know, I quit my job. They did not fire me. I've never been fired from a job. I quit and put my 2 weeks in because this whole social media thing is important to me. It allows me to do what I love, and I'm good at it. I'm good at taking pictures. I've never been taught how to take pictures. I learned on my own. Never been taught how to edit videos and create and all that content and all that stuff. Taught myself. So, and I'm amongst other content creators who's doing the same thing. And so I'm good at this. I have a desire to do this. I'm gonna put all my eggs in my basket, and that's where the boundaries come from. I gotta have those boundaries. Y'all gotta have those boundaries, whoever it is. Shar, tell cuz she needs to make those boundaries. What's important to her? Or is she willing to settle just because maybe they have kids together, maybe they already have this life together, right? So Gabriella says, see, I feel like there are boxes for relationship, period. And if you don't have each other in the same box, you go from waiting to strong. Come on now. Yes. Identify relationship boxes and inmates figuring the two out. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. How do y'all feel when a man says he needs to get his finances together before proposing? Sure, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a cop-out because you can have all the money in the world, and the day you propose, y'all don't even got to have it in a big elaborate wedding. Y'all can just have a look cute, quaint ceremony with, the important people there. You ain't even spending $2,500, something short and sweet. And after the first year, his job go under, and now he ain't got no job. Now he ain't got no benefits, no 401k, no pension or nothing. It happens. So you can definitely build yourself together. Now, finances is the number one reason why people get divorced. So that's also the pro and the con to it. Okay? Right, or people will walk all over you. Exactly. But after 13 years, the relationship has sailed, honey. He would have been married if he wanted to. Sure, I agree. He definitely would have married her if he wanted to be married. Now, do y'all think she should give an ultimatum? What y'all think about ultimatums? I guess for me, waiting and being strung along really isn't that close of a line. Okay, B. Because if you've been with someone for 16 years and he or she does not know if they want to be married, but you do and always have, in her voice, she said, you are being strung along and he or she don't really want to be married. Period. That's exactly how she said it. I'm real close to exactly how she said it. It doesn't take someone almost a silver anniversary, 25 years to decide, you know what I want. You know when I want to be married. I agree, B. I agree, B. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Y'all, this is a great topic. Me and my homegirl was talking about this. And so, and this specifically, no shade to any man. I wish there was more men in the comments that, you know, a lot of times the woman, you know, is a little more mature and advanced. And she, you know, she has an idea, maybe not exactly of what she wants, and the man is kind of still just trying to, like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, you know, I'm going with the flow. Like, you know, things are not that big of a deal. And as I'm raising a teenage boy who's 14, you know, eventually be 18 out the house, I need for him to know what he needs. I think he needs to know what he needs. He also needs to know what he wants and needs from any relationship that he's in. Period. Is he actually, this is a reply to Shari, is he actually working on it or showing you, or is it a lie? Hello. I think so too. I look at a woman so crazy when they accept that from a man. Exactly, Shari. Exactly. Rachel, you can be messed up in your finances before and after being married. Exactly. That's why, Rachel, that's why I said you can, you know, you can have money now and then the business tanks, the job goes bankrupt, you can be injured, you know, the spouse can be injured. I'm sorry, y'all. All that, and you can go from having everything to having nothing, right? But also, if your finances not together in the beginning, that can trickle on down in your marriage, and it can be a definite, like, downfall. So it's hard to juggle that. It depends on what you want. Shar said ultimatum is a no-go for me. So I have a love-hate relationship with ultimatums. And I feel some type of way about ultimatums. Like, at one point, you can say, you give a person an ultimatum and it's not genuine. Like, they're only doing it because either, like, they don't want to lose you, like your company. You can say, hey, listen, I've been working diligently for y'all, with y'all, for 6 years, no days off, 60 hours a week, right? Weekends, overtime, X, Y, and Z, haven't had a raise, yada, 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 yada. You give me this or nothing. Say I need a $5 raise or $4 raise or nothing. They say, hey, I'm going to give you $275. Do you take it? And then they say, we will revisit the other, what is that? $1 and some change in a year. Do you take that? Or not? Ultimatum. Or could you give an ultimatum and let's say in a relationship, either listen, you gonna marry me, okay? We already got a house, we got a car, you know, woo, you gonna marry me. And he's like, well, if you would have never gave me the ultimatum, I probably would have never made you anyway, but I wanted to be with you. Rachel says, it's just like having a baby. Sometimes you won't be financially ready. Correct. When that baby get here, you gonna make $1 out of 15 cents. Period. That's it. You're gonna make it happen. You're definitely going to make it happen. So, ultimatum, pressuring someone else to recognize your value. Hello. Let's not do that. Instead, let's have a real conversation about where you both stand and what you are willing to intentionally invest to build a future together or separate. Come on. Come on. Y'all giving me so much life with the comments. Yes. Yes. Work. I'm with the ultimatum. Personal, not so much. Okay. I feel that. Gabrielle. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Like, so I've heard it two ways. I know somebody that gave their spouse an ultimatum and it worked out for them. They got married. They have a life together, a good life together. They've been together for 10 plus years. And then I know somebody that gave somebody an ultimatum, and then they're not even with them. Okay, Rachel, yes. Okay, come through with the come through. Okay, so ultimatums can be good. I know most people say ultimatum no go for personal life. It's a no go. It doesn't even, it can't even fit in a personal life, because people feel like with your personal life, like, you want things to be genuine. You want it to be natural. And that's totally true. That's totally true. Short little plug here. If you have not watched my recent video about me buying a house during COVID-19, go ahead, go to my page, okay? It's on there. It's a preview, okay? Go ahead and watch that. Little plug. Anywho, I'm with both. I'm with ultimatums, because sometimes you don't really, people are enabled so much that if you put them in a place where they back us up against the wall, you don't know what they're gonna do. Okay, you have no idea what they will do, not one bit. And so an ultimatum can really bring out the hustle, the aggressiveness of a person. That, you got a timid person who ain't really, rah, and you put their back against the wall and get them ultimatum, you'll see a whole new person. There you go, Gabrielle. There is some resentment a lot of times. And that's the negative part. That's the con part about it. Yeah, your job can't resent you. That's all right. You can definitely find another job. So that's true. But in your personal life, you don't want your spouse, you don't want your kids, you don't want nobody to resent you. So I agree with that. Yeah, it is an uncomfortable place. It's definitely an uncomfortable place. I just want us as adults, and I'm not talking about me personally, to own up to, being in a place where you don't know which way to go. You don't know how long is too long. You don't know if you're waiting. You don't know if you're strong on, and asking for help. Just because I'm 35 years old does not mean that I cannot ask for help. I definitely have good enough people in my life to ask for help. Ask for help if you don't know. Don't let yourself be pushed up against the wall and now you got an ultimatum. Right? Rich says, I can get with the ultimatums. When it hits the fan, people hustle different. So that's what I'm saying. You can bring the beast out of somebody. Look at me, the beast. Who I think I am, y'all. Why is not letting me? Okay, there we go. Sometimes they need that reality check. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Period. Ultimatums can definitely be like, man, I don't know if I make the right decision. I just don't want to lose that person then. For an example, in a relationship. But also, some people, you put them back up against the wall, you get them an ultimatum, you're going to see a monster. You're going to see a totally different person. They're going to be hustling, bustling. They're going to be, making money, coming up with, residual income. They got 7 streams. And you're like, wait a minute. All I told you is that you couldn't sleep on my floor anymore. Like for an example, if it's a friend, you're like, hey, listen, you got 2 weeks, get yourself together, X, Y, and Z. And now in 2 weeks, baby girl done got her 2 jobs, right? Full-time, part-time. Stacking all her money, got her first rent deposit, and got her little, saved up enough money to get her little beater to get her back and forth to work. Come on now. I'm just saying. Now listen. So this chart says, I can see if it's like, if you don't change so-and-so about yourself, then I'm out. But saying marry me or I'm out is a bit much. And it's first time the person do something they may not want to do. I agree with you on that. When it comes to the marriage aspect, because marriage is a whole nother, some people don't feel like that, but marriage is definitely a whole nother level from just boyfriend and girlfriend. So it's hard to say. But sometimes if you don't marry me and I'm out, that person has to realize, do they want to live life without you? In 5 years, 10 years, 6 months, right? People do need that fire. Light that fire right up under that tush. Just even flick it a little bit. Burn them right up out that seat. Oh, snaps. Oh, snaps. Y'all, this has been fun, girl. Y'all, my throat is dry. I did say throat. It's a little dry. I love doing live. It definitely has benefited me. I need to be more personal in my social media presence, getting on live. So consistency is the key right now. Whatever you want to do, be consistent with it. Do it every day for 21 days. That's where I'm at. Every day. Hey, mama need a house. Baby needs some shoes. Times get hard. Right. Period, Rachel. That's it. Yes, the tush. Light them up. Pew. Okay? Pew. I barely had to raise. Prime example. I've been telling Summer not to jump on her bed, right? She jumps on the bed, throws all the pillows, all the comforters. And I can hear her jumping on the bed. She jumping. And I didn't even yell. The door was closed. So I pushed open the door. And I said, excuse me. And she just fell out. She just fell out. Sure did. I got the job done. Just a little fire. I ain't even have to tighten my lips. Because I meant to be, get you off mine. That's what I wanted to do, but I ain't had to. Just a little fire, that's all it took. Busted in that door real fast. She fell out. Pretend like she was asleep. Period. Y'all, I'm about to get off this. What to say? First off, you ain't gonna listen. I'm sorry. Listen. Summer has her own mind. She's a Scorpio. She does whatever she feels like she needs to do. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't even matter. She just does it, and she expects you not to say nothing. So I had to get a little, just a little bit, not much. She fell out though. That's what she did. Y'all, I love talking to y'all. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. DM me for any topics y'all want to talk about. Shout out to all my supporting bound babies and kids that rep, mamas that's in here. We out here clowning. I love y'all. Okay? Y'all, this is Momchronicles2.0. And y'all be sweet.